Fitting in mean to me like I can speak English very well. I can communicate with other people easily. Maybe having a friend outside the college. Maybe find a good job where I can like spend my time, go to work, go with friends, like feeling like I'm fitting in with the Canadians.
Fitting in is mean to me you belong to your place. You find your job, you find your friends, you find your family, and you continue your education.
As a young newcomer, I feel like don't fit in because I don't have much experience in this country. The culture is in Canada is different than in my old country. Also, lifestyle is different.
I think being to fit in a new country is too difficult because when we are immigrated from one country to another country, it means that everything has been changed.
Because right now I don't get a job and my English is not very well. When I speak English very well and connect with other people, I think I will feel I'm fitting in Canada.
Language, because I speak a little bit and I don't have friends here in Canada, and it's hard to communication with people if you don't speak English.
When I first started in high school, I feel like I fit in because like I get welcomed by everyone, like my classmates, my teachers, and everyone welcomed me. So I feel like I fit in.
When newcomers come to Canada, they face many things like financial challenges, language barriers, and finding home, but we often forget about the struggle to fit in. We talk to newcomers about the topic of fitting in and the many ways that newcomers adapt to their new culture in Canada.
Canada is seen as a multicultural country. People are very helpful and kind to the newcomers. Most Canadians accept newcomers, but still many Canadians disagree. According to a poll in March 2015, 46% of Canadians said there are too many immigrants. This increased from only 25% in 2005.
How welcoming are Canadians? Do newcomers feel welcome?
Yes and no, depending on like the area you're living. It's just they just don't understand you because you're new to Canada and they don't understand your culture. They can be really negative because they think like they're better than you, but actually they're not.
I would say mostly Canadians welcome and accept newcomers.
So I think here in Canada, we're not as overtly racist as other places. However, I think we are just as racist, but we have lots of different walls and lots of different things around the racism, and it kind of comes out in this bit of a polite racism.
Newcomers come to Canada for different reasons, but they all feel happy when they arrive in Canada. When newcomers first arrive to Canada, they experience a brand new culture. We asked newcomers, have you felt accepted by Canadians?
I felt the love of these people. They welcomed me, they helped me, they supported me.
Most of the Canadians respected newcomers because most come with the different backgrounds.
I fell in love with Canada when I first came here.
I have that time where first time when I came to Canada, I didn't speak any English at all, and it was hard for me to communicate. I feel like everybody was like neglecting me and like judging me or anything like that. But especially school, their teachers, they're more welcoming.
Culture is defined as something that comes from a particular society or group of people. Culture includes religion and beliefs, tradition and customs, lifestyle and clothing.
Culture is groups of people involved in certain activities, and the activities define who they are, or they help define who they are.
It's all about the way you present yourself. That's what's cultural, and like what you bring into the table. So when you say cultural, like traditional or traditional food, traditional dance, traditional clothes. That's all it's all about cultural.
It has to do with language, value, food, flags, and national holidays.
It affects the way we dress, eat, behave, and so on.
We obtain culture through our experiences, communication, and lessons from society that are passed from generation to generation.
Canadian culture is a mix of different cultures.
And it's welcoming many people from different nationalities, and I was one of them.
Canadian culture pretty much is the same as North America, where we very independent.
My definition of Canadian culture would probably be that it's just small groups of people doing things the way they want to do them.
What are Canadian customs and traditions?
I don't think that Canadian customs and traditions are very special to Canada. I think that they are just things that have been passed on from different groups. But Canada is eclectic. We are a country made up of so many different groups of people. If you asked me, as someone who was born down the street here in Hamilton, what does it mean to be Canadian, or what are your Canadian traditions? I'm going to say they are whatever people bring to us, and sometimes we adapt those as being part of who we are and help them define us, and sometimes we don't.
We can define Canadian culture as having freedom. It is a democratic and multicultural society. There are no specific customs and traditions, and Canadian culture is hard to define because Canada is very multicultural.
To be Canadian, to be patient and respect everybody, independent of the culture, religion. This for me is the meaning Canadian.
For me, to be Canadian is for me to represent Canada, includes our traditions, culture, belief, and politeness to other countries.
What it does mean to be Canadian? Well, like I said, it's freedom. So to me, when you would speak Canadian, it's what I want to follow my dreams. So it's all about passion and encouragement, empowerment, and motivation.
For me, it means belonging. So when you belong to the country, you feel like Canada became part of your life, and you feel like you are adapting to this country.
Do you feel like you fit in? Not all newcomers have the same experience when they come to Canada. We asked some newcomers if they felt they fit in.
Yeah, because now I do feel like I'm fitting in because now I speak the language.
I feel like being a Canadian when I'm being polite with people, when I come on time, when I communicate assertiveness.
I'm not Canadian yet, but I feel like only I need the passport, but now I am the Canadian culture were inside of me and in my heart.
However, it is not always easy.
So every newcomers, they don't usually fit in easily. That will take a long time to fit in because they don't speak English. They won't be able to communicate with other people, so that will be so difficult for them.
I think in Canada, we do everything very independent. To compare to Asian culture, where we stick together more in some terms. So in here, they might feel left alone when they came to Canada.
And in our head, we do think we don't fit in, but in real life, really, it's all about you putting yourself out there and communicating with people.
What does fitting in mean to you? We researched and read a lot about fitting in and learned that fitting in means being confident that you belong in a place and are accepted by other people.
When I say I fit in, it's having friends. Like if you have friends, like making friends, and like no matter what, they're gonna be there for you. That's what I feel like to be fit in. Because now you don't have to worry about other people judging you because you have a friend that really cares about you, and it's all about people carrying you.
Fitting means that I don't feel weird being in a culture and I don't feel left out, and I feel belonging.
So it's a good feeling, and actually I feel safe and I feel proud to be a Canadian, and I feel more confident.
For me, fitting, the meaning is introduce the Canadian culture from your life. If you are invited to go to party or to join or to going skating, for me this is the meaning, because you are here in Canada now.
As you see, we asked different people about their experience and they gave us many different answers about how they felt when they arrived. They also gave us some advice. To fit in, try to learn the language, be yourself, try to push yourself to get involved in the community, and don't be scared.
Many people come to Canada from different countries every year. They need to integrate into Canadian society and fit in with Canadian people. The important thing that the newcomers need is to learn the language. So they have to go to school to learn English. It is good to communicate with friends, neighbors, and co-workers. Also, they need Canadian friends to fit in.
Most of them can go to the school to learn English or French.
Where we have the teachers, professor, everyone is very supportive.
Like go to college and learn the language first.
The quicker you pick up the language, the quicker you get to experience more about Canadian society, like getting into like what Canadian likes.
Or you can try some community activities.
One of the best things I think anyone can do is go to festivals, go to the market. There are no shortage of cultural events here in Hamilton, and get to know people. Get out there and make yourself known.
So going to events can help them to find friends. Push yourself to speak English with Canadian speakers because they will help you to improve your language skills just by having a normal conversation.
In Canada has different ways to introduce newcomers. The first step is learning English, and after that try to get a job and make friends.
Like, although you have friends that from your country, I will really suggest you to speak English as much as you can, and the best way to make friends is putting yourself out there, involving the community, volunteering.
I used to volunteer a lot when I came to this country, so that's a good way to meet people and learn the language.
But I do think it's a process where Canadians have to realize the importance of having people from other countries here in Canada, and in fact people who come from other countries have to feel that acceptance and feel that celebration and nurturance as well.
Everyone knows beginning to fit in any new country or culture is hard, and it may seem like an impossible task, but we hope you learned and will benefit from our experiences and continue on your journey to fit in.